Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today I'm going to be showing you around this Moto Guzzi V7. This is the second edition of the bike and I expect this is what you get if you cross a Bonneville and a Harley. Something in the middle. It's a truly unique bike, this. You don't see these very often. I'd say they're quite desirable. They're certainly unique. They've got a transverse mounted V-twin engine. It's a 853cc air-cooled that produces about 65 brake horsepower. It's got quite a low seat height. It's kind of Bonneville-esque in its looks, but slightly different in the way that the engine's configured. So it's quite quirky, quite neat, quite low seat height. So I expect it will suit people who want a mid-size retro cruiser that will kind of just do a bit of everything, really. This is a 2016 bike. It's covered just over 8,000 miles from new. It's in really nice condition. You know, fairly typical Italian design. They like to go a little bit quirky, and this is no different, really. So starting at the front then, we've got a slightly oversized front wheel, really good tyres, just a single brake on the left hand side. Most of these sort of retros and cruisers don't need twin discs. They're not really high performance machines, making sort of 60 horsepower, so you don't need the twin discs, and it looks quite cool to see the exposed wheel as well. So comes with ABS, and I'll show you that when we get around the other side. Non-USD forks for the sort of more classic look, with the gaiters on there as well. The big front headlight and bulbed indicators all give it that sort of retro look. As I mentioned, it's a transverse mounted V-twin. So what does that mean? It basically means that obviously you've got the cylinders coming out here rather than it being twisted so that the cylinders come out the front of the engine. I'm not sure if there's any real advantage or disadvantage. Obviously it gets more cooling by sort of being stuck out the side of the fairing there. So that gives it the opportunity to be air cooled rather than water cooled, and you don't have that great big radiator at the front, which is again kind of harping back to the retro look. The bike's finished in a satin black. It probably looks matte in the pictures and the videos, but it's actually a satin black, and all the rest of the bike is finished in black as well. So it looks really cool. It's properly stealthy looking. Shaft drive, which is a little bit unusual for a bike at this sort of size, but it is very welcome. Smooths the engine right out. Not that it's a particularly lumpy engine, but you do kind of get that centrifugal wobble that you get with, you know, like the likes of a BMW Boxer engine. But I think that's one of the things that makes this quite quirky over the other bikes that you can buy that are similar. Really nice stainless downpipes with obviously chrome finish on the exhaust there. It's a twin shocker, so with the UK roads, that's a really good thing. Helps you to survive the UK back roads, which are somewhat potholed at the moment. And really comfy to boot. If you look at the position of the riding position relative to the bars are quite a bit higher, so it keeps your back nice and straight. Pillion seat is ever so slightly raised, but looks like quite a comfortable riding position. And the previous owners elected to have a top box fitted to the top rack, which you could easily remove. Cosmetically, it's quite tidy. It's clear at some point. The bike has been either dropped onto something or on its side. It looks more likely to have been dropped on its side. There are a couple of little marks on the end of the bar end and the lever there. Just cosmetic damage. This is all plastic and can be replaced, you know, quite easily, as can the bar ends, and obviously this can all be repainted if you wanted to. Always worth mentioning these things so you know exactly what you're getting for your money. A couple of tiny little marks on the exhaust, but it doesn't look like the exhaust has ever touched the ground, so I suspect maybe it's been dropped onto something. Nothing major at all. It comes with a main stand, centre stand underneath there as well, and obviously a side stand. We've got I believe it is a 17-inch rear wheel, so you know, conventional size on the back, and then obviously you've got I think it might even be a 17 on the front as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. It's actually a 17. Yeah, I thought it would be bigger. Sorry, beg your pardon, it's an 18. Yeah, it's a slightly oversized front compared to the back. That's really, really common with, you know, these retro classics and stuff like that. Top box has a few battle scars on it. Obviously where someone's been lifting their leg over the top of it, but I guess this is from a utilitarian perspective. Most people wouldn't have this on here. But if you were carrying a pillion, it's nice to have the backrest on there. Most people, I guess, would take that off. Around the front, you just got the single headlight. Everything's fairly conventional. On this side, you can see the brakes there, made by Brembo non-radials, 4 pots, more than enough stopping power with ABS. Obviously it's a twin cylinder engine, so here you can see the other cylinder. You got that really nice sort of blue effect that you get on the downpipes. I really like that. And then there you can see the rear brake and rear shock on there as well. Comes with 2 keys, full service history. Runs really nice. Like I say, really unconventional bike. Something that you're not going to see many of when you go out for a ride. Comes with pre-installation for the charge mount on the Garmin sat-nav. Again, removable if you don't want it. Also comes with Oxford heated grips fitted and a gear position indicator as well. Fairly classic dials, go from left to right. Obviously you've got your speed in kilometers and miles per hour on this side, and on that side you've got your rev counter, ABS and engine warning lights, and obviously gear position just there. It's a really unusual sounding engine. Doesn't quite sound like a normal V-twin. Sounds somewhere in between a parallel and a V-twin. I suspect if you were to put some aftermarket pipes on that, it'd sound really, really cool. Really nice, lightweight, mid-sized bike. If you don't want a Bonneville, you don't want a Royal Enfield or a BSA, and maybe you're looking at retro cruisers, this could be the bike for you. It's going to come with a 3-month warranty, free delivery within England and Wales. We will deliver to Scotland for a small charge, and we are able to offer finance and part exchange as well. That's it for me. If you're interested in the bike, you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out. We've got WhatsApp, live chat, all the social medias. Pick up the phone and ask us any questions, or feel free to drop into the showroom and try the bike on for size. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.